Welcome, all you lovely people, to today's presentation. The topic of this little presentation will be how easy it is for certain things to become so very natural. For example, we will be talking about how repeating things over and over can help to manifest things and reactions deeper into your mind. I will be your guide through this presentation. At the end of it, I will ask you if you agree with me. So let's start talking about certain processes in our minds. The most basic thing to argue about would probably be that the most natural thing in the world is for us to breathe. It is so natural for us that we don't even have to actively think about it. It just happens naturally, just like you started listening to my voice. So very natural from the beginning of this. The next thing a lot of us do naturally and really without thinking is how we chew our food when we eat. I wonder how many of you ever thought actively while you were eating. Instead, most of those times we even think about other things while we eat. So the thoughts about eating and what we think about while eating, they should collide. But they don't. And most of the times, we think about other things then. And just like that. You don't need to actively think about my voice and words. You just keep listening to them naturally, as if it was the most natural thing in the world. No need to actively think about listening to my voice. Your mind is so very used to it. Once I start speaking, it just completely natural and automatic that your mind starts listening to my each and every word so naturally. No need to think about wanting to listen to it. You just simply do it. It is that natural already. How is it that it is that natural, you wonder? Well, there's a few factors playing into it, really. One of them being that you really like the sound of my voice. That liking of my words can be split into a few points coming together. First, there is the tone of my voice. The tone of my voice is very appealing to your mind. With each and every word that I'm speaking, your mind follows them more and more. Just because of that reason alone, you already follow my voice. But then there's also the pacing of my words. The pacing that allows you to follow my voice and words so easily and naturally. The pacing in which I decided to speak with my voice. Then there is the words that I am choosing to talk about, emphasizing how easy and natural something really is, helps by making things happen so automatic. This works the other way around as well, of course. The more automatic things happen, already the more easy and natural it feels to follow it, Just like you so automatically started following the sound of my voice. It happened so automatic and natural at the very beginning when I started speaking. You didn't have to think about it at all. You just started listening naturally. That is because of all the points that I mentioned already, and the fact that this is probably not the first time you listened to my voice. With what we're coming to in our next point in this little presentation, the power of repetition. If I were to keep repeating something over and over, it is over time more likely to get stuck inside your mind, as if it was natural and easy for your mind to make those things stick more and more. With each time that I repeat something, your mind heard it over and over. The words or sentences that we hear over and over, they tend to stick more naturally inside. The more we keep hearing those things, those phrases, over our life, the more they stick. After all, this is how it works when we grow up. We learn by experience. We learn by trying and repeating things. If we exercise for a sport, we repeat motions with our body over and over. And just like that, you exercise your mind with my voice and words. The more you practice to follow along exactly as my words say, to which you so naturally and easily listen to, the more those things stick inside of your mind as you're listening more and more to my voice and my words. It is just natural that they stick more and more inside your mind. And now we come to the next part, why it is for your mind so easy. Because you enjoy my voice. You might even feel pleasure from listening to it. You feel pleasure from the feeling of my control over you. And those positive emotions just strengthen the hold of my words and voice over you, because it is the positive things that the mind likes to remember back to. It is the pleasurable things that the mind enjoys a lot. So my voice and words being connected to pleasure and happy feelings for you make it even easier and more natural for it to get stuck so deep inside of you. A lot of things also get stuck inside our minds without us even noticing, really. But all of a sudden, when we hear the beginning of something from an advertisement, the rest of the text already popped up in our minds. And just like that is how it is with my words and voice for you. Once my voice, my words start speaking, there are all the things connected to it. That feeling just naturally and easily starts popping up into your mind making the effect of it more strong, making you more eager to feel the pleasure again, to have this wonderful, happy feeling again that you get whenever you listen to my voice. Going back to one of my very first points of this presentation, it happens without you actively thinking about it. The feelings just automatically and naturally start once my voice is starting. No need to actively think about wanting those feelings again. They're just there the very moment you hear my voice again. You don't have to do anything at all. It's just natural and so easy for your mind. And realizing that I'm right about all the things I said is quite arousing, wouldn't you say? Because the pleasure, the arousal, will naturally make these words, these facts, stuck with you. You will simply know these things after this file, and you will know that I am right about them because you can feel how attracted to my voice you are right now. How my voice seems so highly appealing to you. How all you want to do is listen to it, and to listen to what I have to say. How each and every one of my words just entrances you further and further. Each and every word letting happy feelings come up from deep inside of you. Letting you know just how good it is to keep listening to me. How even me explaining these things to you lets my control over you sink deeper. How, you wonder? Well, the trick is that it's already automatic, dear. All I have to do is speak to you, and your mind is naturally so open to what I have to say. Your mind already experienced so much pleasure from listening to me, so it finds it very natural and easy to agree with me, doesn't it? Which brings me back to the beginning of this. I did say I would ask you a question. So, my dear, after that, I explain to you now. After all my words told you now, after everything you listen to now, wouldn't you agree that it is just natural and easy for you? And always remember, it's just so good to obey Jacqueline Powers. It's so right to obey Jacqueline Powers. It's so natural to obey Jacqueline Powers.